The Quran clearly tells us that feeling anxious, feeling worried, stressful is a part of being human. There's nothing wrong with that. Societal problems can and will cause us stress. Allah says to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَلَقَدْ نَعْلَمُ أَنَّكَ يَضِيقُ صَدْرُكَ بِمَا يَقُولُونَ. We know that your heart is in pain because of what they say. Think about that. Your heart is in pain because of what people are saying about you. In Surah Al-Kahf, فَلَعَلَّكَ بَاخِعُ نَفْسَكَ أَلَّا يَكُونُ مُؤْمِنِينَ. This is a powerful verse that really shows us what depression can lead to. Allah is speaking to the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and He is saying, it is possible that your anxiety, your anguish will cause you to die. I know it sounds very melodramatic. This is the Arabic word baqa'a. Baqa'a means to die because of grief. Baqa'a means to go into depression, into such a state that you end your life. Not suicide, but basically your depression causes you to die. And Allah says in the early Meccan phase, Ya Rasulullah, we know you're going down this road. Ya Rasulullah, you're getting too anxious, too worried. Don't go down this road. You might die in anguish. But of course our Prophet, why was he so anguished? Why was he grieved? Because the people didn't believe. Not because of money. Not that I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that, but our Prophet is obviously not going to become depressed because of money. Why was he depressed? Why was he, I shouldn't even say the word depressed to me. I should say he was feeling anguish. That is the better phrasing. He was feeling extreme anguish. Why was he feeling anguish? Because his people did not believe. That anguish, that anxiety, Allah says, you might end up dying because of that anxiety. فَلَعَلَّكَ بَاخِعُ نَفْسَكَ أَلَّا يَكُونُوا مُؤْمِنِينَ. Also we learn from the Quran that the mother of Musa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to her, فَرَدَدْنَاهُ إِلَىٰ أُمِّهِ كَيْ تَقَرَّ عَيْنُهَا وَلَا تَحْزَنْ. We return Moses to his mother so that she could find comfort and stop worrying. Stop worrying. It's normal. Nothing wrong with worrying, with being anxious, with having grief. So much so Allah says about the Prophet Yaqub, that what does Yaqub happen when his son Yusuf went away? That Allah Azza wa Jalla says, وَبْيَضَّتْ عَيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْحُزْنِ. His eyes became blind because he was worried and cried. The crying, the grief was so much, his eyes became blind. Allah did not criticize him for getting sad. Allah did not castigate him for feeling the grief. His son, his beloved son Yusuf went missing, as we know the story. And his love for Yusuf exceeded all bounds. And the grief that he felt was so much, the anguish that he felt was so much, that 12 years later, 15 years